$100,000 a year. For most of America, that's the number, the one that's supposed to mean you've made it, 6 figures, the dream salary from every career day poster in high school. So why do so many people earning exactly that number still feel broke by the middle of the month? A recent survey found that a huge share of 6-figure earners in the US say they're living paycheck to paycheck. Not some, not a few unlucky ones, a genuine majority. That should be impossible. And once you understand why it isn't, you'll never look at a salary number the same way again. We're taught one simple equation from the moment we start working. Earn more, get richer. It sounds like basic math. More income in, more wealth out. So we spend our 20s and 30s chasing exactly that. The raise, the promotion, the job offer with the bigger number attached to it. We treat 6 figures like a finish line. Cross it, and the money stress is supposed to disappear. But when people actually get there, something strange happens. The stress doesn't disappear, it just changes shape. The rent is higher, the car payment is higher, the treat-yourself dinners happen more often because, well, you can finally afford them. The salary went up, but somehow the feeling of being ahead never showed up. Picture your finances as a tank of water. Income is the stream pouring in. Expenses are a hole at the bottom draining it back out. The size of the stream doesn't matter if the hole grows just as fast. The tank never fills. This is exactly what happens as salaries climb. At $50,000 a year, the hole is small. A modest apartment, a used car, cooking most meals at home. At $100,000, the stream is twice as strong. But so is the hole. A nicer apartment in a better zip code. A newer car with a bigger payment. Restaurant meals that used to be occasional treats, now just Tuesday. There's a name for this. Lifestyle creep. Your spending quietly rises to match your income, almost without you noticing, until the raise you worked so hard for is already gone before it even feels like extra money. Here's what makes this so hard to catch. It's not really a discipline issue, it's a wiring issue. Our brains don't judge enough using some fixed number, and they judge it by comparison to where we used to be and to the people around us. This is called anchoring. The moment your friend group shifts from broke college roommates to well-paid co-workers, your brain quietly resets what feels normal. A flight that once felt like a splurge now feels basic. A studio apartment that once felt exciting now feels like something to apologize for. Nobody consciously decides to spend more. The brain does it automatically, just by watching what the people around it consider normal. So if a bigger salary doesn't automatically build wealth, what actually does? Here's the idea that changes everything. Income is not wealth. Income is just raw material. Wealth is what's left over after your lifestyle is paid for, put to work. Think of 2 people making very different salaries. One earns $60,000 and consistently keeps a growing gap between what comes in and what goes out. The other earns $150,000 but spends almost all of it maintaining a lifestyle that matches the number on the paycheck. 10 years later, the first person owns assets and steal investments, quietly compounding in the background. The second person owns a lifestyle, impressive to look at, expensive to maintain, and gone the moment the paycheck stops arriving. That's the real invisible split between people who look rich and people who actually are. One is optimizing for how life looks right now. The other is optimizing for what they'll own years from now. There's a second trap hiding in here too, called the Diderot Effect, named after a philosopher who was gifted an elegant new robe and suddenly felt like all his old furniture looked shabby sitting next to it. One nice upgrade convinced him he needed a dozen more just to match it. This is exactly what a raise does. A slightly nicer apartment makes the old furniture feel wrong. A nicer car makes the old wardrobe feel wrong. Each upgrade quietly demands a matching upgrade somewhere else, and the raise disappears into purchases you never consciously chose. So what actually breaks this cycle? Not earning less, not living like a monk. The fix is breaking the automatic link between I earn more and I spend more. The simplest way to do it? Decide what percentage of every paycheck goes toward building wealth before it ever touches your checking account. Not whatever happens to be left over at the end of the month, because there will never be anything left over. Life expands to swallow whatever's left every single time. Instead, treat investing like a bill you pay yourself first, automatically, before your lifestyle gets a vote. Even something as simple as an automatic monthly contribution into a low-cost index fund, regardless of how big your salary eventual,